So today I'm going to be talking about Sir Isaac Newton.
Unfortunately, Isaac Newton wasn't a mathematician, he was a physicist. I'm going to be talking about a proper mathematician. His name was J.H. Hardy, and he was the standout mathematician, in my opinion, of the early 20th century. He spent most of his life living and working in Cambridge, and he did many things. He reformed British mathematics. He introduced the concept of a rigorous proof, which was something sort of unknown in England before then. He also had sort of other odd traits. He believed God to be his personal enemy. He wouldn't enter chapels or places of worship, and he sort of regularly played games with God. He was sort of slightly mad in other ways as well, as we'll see. For example, he once said to his friend Bertrand Russell that if he could prove that Russell would die within the next 5 minutes, he'd be sad to lose Russell, but that would be outweighed by the pleasure in forming a proof that that would be the case. And it shows how much he was actually into maths, and he liked the concept of forming a proof. One year he also made this list of New Year's resolutions. The first one was to prove the Riemann hypothesis. This is a very hard problem in number theory. It's still open today, and there's $1 million prize for its solution if any of you are interested. He was also a mad cricketer. He wanted to make 211 not out in particular innings. Obviously he wanted to make a double century, but he also wanted to make a prime number, and 211 is the first prime number after the double century. Obviously as an atheist, he wanted to find an argument for the non-existence of God, obviously quite a militant atheist as well. He also had sort of other dreams. Doesn't everyone want to climb Everest? But they get a bit more weird. But it just shows us how actually we can dream, we can all dream, and he dared to dream high, and even though he never sort of did any of these things, we can never say ourselves that we're dreaming too high if he can sort of say that he wants to do all these things. So in conclusion, he might have been eccentric. I think he was certainly a bit lovable. Beyond doubt, he was dedicated to his subject and to mathematics in general, and I think he's definitely worth your vote for the maths side of this year. Thank you very much.